Have you ever seen something so massive it barely seems real? That was the Antonov An-225 Mriya, meaning dream, in Ukrainian. On the ground, it dwarfed everything. In the air, it was a spectacle, 6 engines roaring, a slow, majestic climb that defied gravity. The sound was a deep, chest-rattling thunder, not the scream of a fighter jet, but a roar you felt before you saw it. Plane spotters and everyday people would gather just to watch it take off. It was more than a machine. It was an event. The Mriya wasn't just built to break records, it was created for a job no other aircraft could handle. Its story is a blend of Cold War rivalry, engineering genius, and a surprising second act as a global workhorse. It's a symbol of what happens when we dare to think big, really big. So what does it take to build a flying giant? Let's dive into the nuts, bolts, and audacity behind the An-225. We'll explore why it was born, how it was built, and the incredible jobs it took on. We'll also talk about its tragic end and the question that lingers, will we ever see its like again? This is more than a story about a plane, it's about human potential. Buckle up, this is one heck of a ride. Let's get started. To understand the Mriya, you have to go back to the 1980s when the Cold War was at its peak. The US had the space shuttle. The Soviets wanted their own, the Buran, but the Buran and its massive rocket parts were built far from the Baikonur Cosmodrome launch site. Moving them by road or rail was impossible. They were too big, too heavy, too delicate. The Soviets needed a flying truck, bigger than anything before. The An-124 was huge, but not enough. They needed something even larger to piggyback the Buran, just like the US did with the shuttle and a modified 747. The Antonov Design Bureau in Kiev was tasked with this impossible job: build an aircraft to haul the Buran and its rocket boosters. The pressure was immense, no time for trial and error, no room for failure. The result was the Mriya, not for commercial use, but as a strategic tool for a superpower's space ambitions. Few outside the USSR knew about the giant taking shape in Ukraine. A machine built to lift a nation's dreams skyward, the world's biggest plane was born out of rivalry and necessity. Building the world's largest airplane isn't just about making everything bigger, it's about solving new problems. The engineers started with the An-124, then stretched and strengthened it. They extended the fuselage, creating a cargo hold long enough for train locomotives or factory sections. The wingspan was pushed to 290 feet, wider than a football field. 6 massive engines provided over 300,000 pounds of thrust. The landing gear? 32 wheels to spread the weight and allow landings at airports that would buckle under less. The rear wheels could pivot, letting the giant make tight turns. Carrying the Buran on its back created airflow problems, so they gave the Mriya a twin-tail design for stability. Every feature was a direct answer to a unique challenge. The result, a plane that was as much a feat of problem-solving as it was of engineering. The Mriya was form following function on a colossal scale. Let's see just how big it really was. The An-225 scale is almost impossible to grasp. Its 290-foot wingspan was longer than a football field. 5 city buses could fit end-to-end along its wings. From nose to tail, it stretched 275 feet, longer than the Wright brothers' first flight, standing over 60 feet tall. It was as high as a 6-story building. The Mriya could lift a maximum takeoff weight of 1.4 million pounds, about 100 elephants. Its maximum payload, 250 tons, or 5 battle tanks. The cargo hold was a cavern, 142 feet long, 21 feet wide, 14 feet high, big enough to swallow a Boeing 737 fuselage. The nose hinged upward, allowing direct loading of massive cargo. It wasn't just big, it was brilliantly designed for the world's toughest jobs. Have you ever moved something impossibly heavy? Now imagine doing it with a plane. The Mriya was the ultimate heavy lifter, but what did it actually move? Let's find out. After the Soviet Union collapsed, the Buran program ended, and the Mriya sat in storage, until it was reborn for commercial cargo. Antonov Airlines realized they had the answer for the world's most extreme shipping problems. If cargo was too big or heavy for any other plane, the Mriya was called in. It set records, hauling a 189-ton generator from Germany to Armenia, 4 battle tanks to Africa, and even wind turbine blades over 130 feet long. The Mriya enabled progress, delivering massive construction vehicles, industrial plant sections, and more. Each mission was a unique puzzle, requiring custom equipment and meticulous planning. The crew were specialists in a field of one, the team you called when no one else could help. The Mriya wasn't just a plane, it was the world's ultimate problem solver. but its greatest missions weren't just about cargo. Sometimes, it delivered hope. The Mriya became a global hero in times of crisis. After the 2010 Haiti earthquake, it delivered massive amounts of emergency supplies and equipment in a single flight. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it was rushed out of maintenance to deliver record-breaking volumes of medical cargo worldwide. On one flight, it carried over 1,000 cubic meters of supplies, setting a volume record. Its landings were celebrated events, greeted by grateful officials and the public. The Mriya became a symbol of hope, showing that a machine born from rivalry could serve humanity. Its humanitarian mission cemented its legacy, not just as an engineering marvel, but as a lifeline. The pilots and crew weren't just hauling cargo, they were delivering a lifeline. For many, these missions were the Mriya's finest hour, but even legends can fall. In February 2022, the Mriya's story ended in tragedy. Parked at Hostomel Airport near Kyiv for maintenance, it was grounded when war broke out. The airport became a battleground. The Mriya was caught in the crossfire. Satellite images confirmed the worst. The hangar was shelled and burned, the plane destroyed. The iconic nose was shattered, the cockpit gone, wings and engines ruined. The loss was more than mechanical. It was cultural, a blow to Ukraine and aviation fans worldwide. Tributes poured in. The world mourned a legend. The wreckage now sits as a stark reminder of how quickly greatness can be lost. The dream was over, grounded not by failure, but by war. But is the story truly finished? After the Mriya's destruction, one question echoed: can it be rebuilt? There's a second unfinished An-225 airframe in Kyiv, about 70% complete. Antonov hopes to finish it as a tribute and symbol of Ukraine's resilience, but the cost could reach billions. The challenges are huge outdated parts, lost expertise, and the need to modernize almost everything. Is there still a need for a plane this big? The commercial case is uncertain, but its symbolic value is immense. Rebuilding the Mriya would be a statement of defiance and hope, a beacon rising from the ashes. Its true value may not be in cargo, but in inspiration. The An-225 pushed the boundaries of what's possible, serving humanity and becoming a legend. It reminded us to dream big and fly high. The Mriya may be gone, but its legacy endures. What do you think? Should the dream fly again? The sky's the limit.